Hello, roadies. Hello, my friends. Come right on in. Come right on in. I know you're confused because typically I come on at noon every day and it's only 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. So I'm a couple hours early. Let's see who got up early with me. You guys, I'm so excited. This is a special little event here, so I'm so happy that you're here. I need to see who's on first, though, because that's always the first thing that we want to do to be sure that your name gets in the prairie pail. So, let's see who's on first. Rhonda Carr Sandoval. How are you, dear? Okay, so Rhonda is on first, and that means that she goes into the prairie pail for our gift away later this month. We're almost winding this down. Who else do we have here? Angela, Patty, good morning, Deborah. Hello, Teresa, and there's Patsy and Penny. Good morning from Paris, Kentucky. Hi, Brooklyn, how are you? Okay, so I am Regina with Prairie Roads, and I know it's quite odd for you to see me at this time of the day, but if you see this live button, then I am live right now, coming from you, Central Illinois, heart of the prairie, at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. I'm not only airing on my page, Prairie Roads, I'm also airing on Craft Round the Clock TV. Now, I don't know if you guys are part of that group, but I am doing a 6-week series on Pinterested. Everybody have a Pinterest board? Do any of you have Pinterest boards? I know you do. I know you do. I have so many Pinterest boards. I have a personal page, and you just got notified, Jeanette. Good. Hello from Nova Scotia. Thank you, Teresa. All right. Now, I have to tell you, hi, Vivian. Hello, Patricia. Every week for the next 6 weeks, I will be doing a series called Pinterested. Now, I know we've all seen these things on, hi, Lisa. We've all seen these things on Pinterest. And, you know, over the past 10, 15 years since Pinterest has been around, how many of you have looked at a Pinterest post and said, that doesn't work. That can't work. How does that work? How many of you have ever tried one of the things on Pinterest, okay, and it was a complete fail? We've all seen those too, right? I'm going to take the mystery out of some of these posts. If there is something that you want me to pin test, please let me know in the comments. I will go back and read. But today since it's Christmas in July, we are going to be taking some balls. You can use balloons, and we're going to make one of those string snowmen. Have any of you ever done this before? Hello. Hi, Kathleen. Hi, Theresa, and there's Kay and Ganilla. Hello. Hello. Craft Round the Clock TV is down there, you guys. You can hit that link. Or Tracy, if you'd like to put the link in there. This is my first week. Hi, Cindy. And so we are going to be testing these things every week at 10 a.m. every Wednesday for the next 6 weeks, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Sorry, I had to think a minute. I'm so glad you're all here. If you are new to my page, please hit that follow button and become a roadie. We would love to have you here. And if you hashtag STPD, that means spread the prairie dust, just like Ganella did, then we would love for you to do that as well. Hi, Carol. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to show you is I have a ball. This is just a ball from the Dollarish Tree. Everything I'm using today is from the Dollarish Tree. I want you to know that. So I've always wanted some of these. Thank you, Kay. Oh, thank you so much. I am so excited about this because some people just go, you know what? You try it for me. Let me know if it works for you, right? I forgot to put my earrings in. I was just realized that. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do this with, and you can do this with lots of things. You can do this with a ball. You can do it with a balloon. Sometimes people make little hanging lamps out of the string structures. Sometimes they make pumpkins. I've seen it done around eggs, those little artificial eggs. Hello, Adriana. Hello. Oh, you guys, thank you so much for those SHARE. We are, yes, we are. Okay, so the first thing that I have in this bowl is Mod Podge, okay? And I'm going to add a little water to it, just a little bit. I've got my water here, and I've got a mark on here so I know how much water I'm using. There we go. So I used about 1 bottle of Mod Podge from the Dollar Tree and 1 bottle equal of water, okay? And I'm just gonna swish it around. You could use any kind of school glue, any kind of glue really this would work on. All we're doing is watering it down. That's all we're doing. Now the next process, of course, is how do I get my string in here? And then it's so dang messy. Is this the messiest thing you've ever seen? I'm serious. Okay, just saw Pumpkin put those Jenga blocks. Oh, good morning from Alabama. Hello, Dawn. Hi, Diane. All right, so all I've done is just give this a little mix, right? And I'm gonna set it right here. And while I do, I'm using twine from the Dollar Tree. You can use yarn. I did an earlier one today. This is just yarn. Plain old acrylic yarn. So I'm going to be using a few different items so that you get an idea of how this might work in your project. So the first thing that you do is you want to make a loop into your string, your yarn, your twine, whatever it is you're using for this medium. Now I've got a big tail here that I'm going to cut part of that off. I don't need that much of a tail. All right. And then you're going to take masking tape and you're going to tape the loop onto the belly button of the ball right here. Here's the belly button. We're going to tape that down. I'm going to put my little loop down. Okay. And all I've done is tape that on there. They don't tell you this. They don't tell you this. You learn this by going, oh, that will work. Hi, Diane. Thank you for the hashtag STPD. Hello, Gretchen. All right, so I've got it on here. Now the next thing to do is to wind. We're going to wind the twine. Wind the twine. That sounds like a country song, doesn't it? Okay, so I am going to start right here on the belly button area where I've taped down my loop, okay? And you want to go around and you don't want to make any sharp turns. So when you come around, make sure you're getting kind of a full circle of the circumference of the ball or the balloon or whatever it is you're using. Now here is the trick to this. When people do this, the reason they collapse is that they don't put enough of their string or their yarn, whatever it is they're using, okay? I'm gonna make sure my loop stays out. Okay, now I'm going to kind of turn so that I can now go opposite the way I have been going. And I'm going to hold it right here. And I'm not going to make a sharp turn. I'm only going to go a little bit of a turn, see? And then you can slowly keep turning. I mixed up into my other stuff. Uh-oh. Okay. So now you can just keep turning and going the other way, right? I gotta get this off of here, you guys. This is not gonna work. What did I do? I picked up my other thread that I had on the floor to use. And I don't know where it is. There we go. Okay, I got it. It's all good. Let's get this out of here. Now you can use anything. You could use kite thread. You could use any kind of yarn, of course. I've never done it with anything very thick, so I'm not sure how it would work with something very thick. But I think what you'll find with most projects like this, there's not enough string on it. There's not enough to cover it up and let it hold substantially on its own. And that's what you'll want to do, okay? So now I've got both things going every which way. And I'm going to try and find some areas that might be a little bare. This wasn't even a whole roll. And we've got more than enough to fill this. So I'm looking around to see where I might have any little bare spots. We're going to cut a hole in this eventually. after it dries. Okay, so I'm back here. Where's my belly button? There it is. So I'm going to take this string, get my belly button out right here, see it? And I'm going to pull the tape out and get that up here. All right, there it is right there. I am now going to tie this to where I had the loop. And I'm going to tie this really well, guys. You do not want this to come undone, right? You might even slide it under one of the strings that you've wrapped. I'm tying, I'm tying, I'm tying. All right. Now I'm going to tie another one up here because I want to have a loop to hang it with. This way it will dry. I'm going to hang it from this loop so that it will dry. Now, if you're in a high humidity area, you're probably going to want to dry this in your home where you have air conditioning, because if you do this outside, it probably will never dry in this kind of weather. But okay, so I'm just tying knots here in the top. Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to cut off my little threads. I don't need those. All right, so there you go. There's our first one right here. All right, now we're going to dip it in the Mod Podge. I am not going to put all this thread into the glue. You know how messy that is. I mean, this is going to be messy enough, right? But watch this. Hi guys, thank you so much. Isn't it a great idea? I know, this is so much, and this will work with a balloon. I'm just using these inflated balls from the Dollar Tree, okay? Instead of soaking the twine and trying to get it all over, look what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna put it in this bowl. And it's gonna be messy enough, and I'm going to drench this twine. Look at that. So I'm going to drench it in here. I'm going to drench it. It is soaking it right up too. It is soaking it up. From Rhode Island. Hello, Melanie. Thank you. Just came back in the rude. You're funny, Patricia. Hi, Donna. It is very easier. It's so much easier, you guys. Don't lose your little loop though, okay? It's so much easier than trying to put that string or that yarn, anything, through the glue, right? It's crazy. All right, so I have drenched it. It is completely drenched, right? I'm now going to go get my hanger. Here's my hanger. Put it over it, okay? And there you go. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to hang this up, probably in my shower where it will drip. But right now I'm going to move this out of the way because we have another to do, right? Now I'm trying different methods so that you can see which one works for you. We're not going to know that till next week. So you'll have to tune in next week at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time to find the answer. Now, wasn't that easier? That was so much easier than trying to get the string through the glue. I even saw someone where they took a nail and they poked a hole in both sides and then they ran a needle with the thread through it. And that's how they did it. And I thought, oh my gosh, wrapping that around, that would be crazy. Hi, Lori. Yes, you can make lots of, yeah. Kathleen, I know it didn't work, but try these things here, okay? It will work with a balloon, but there are tricks. And there are different things you can use. This was Mod Podge and water, okay? What's going to be our next project here? Okay, I need to cover this, and I'm going to use butcher's twine. That's what I'm going to use. I'm going to use butcher's twine. I need to put this in something so it doesn't fall on the floor. Okay, so I'm going to make my loop. Make my loop here. take a piece of tape, find your belly button onto your little orb, okay? I am going to cut this great big old string off because I don't need that big of a string on my loop. Ouch. Okay, now again, this is butcher's twine. So I've got some twine on here. I've got butcher's string here. I've used my yarn here. So let's just go around, right? I told you the trick is to make sure you put it, just hit the floor. And when you turn ever so slightly so that you are almost covering the whole circumference of the ball. If you go over like this, it's going to slip. So I can go, oh, I want to go up here and then I want to go there. It's going to slip. You need the bulk of the circumference covered. There's my loop. And just keep going, all right? Now I'm going to turn. And the way I'm going to turn is I'm going to hold this. And then I'm just going to come at a very large angle. I'm sure there's a mathematical term for that, but I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. It's got to be somebody smarter than I am to figure that one out. Okay, so I'm going both ways, right? There's my loop. Got to get my loop out of here. Okay, I'm going to go all the way around. Get lots of yarn, guys, lots of string. Don't leave anything out. That's the problem. When you don't put enough, it will collapse, no matter how big or small. Now, I also will tell you this. It doesn't matter what color we're using, because I will paint these. I will spray paint these, and I'll tell you why. Hi, Sandy. We're playing with string. Hi, Deb. No math. Hello. Hi, Darla. How are you? Okay, so here's the thing. That's a lot of string, right? And that's okay. I don't see any spots that looks like it needs anything done, but I've got to go back to my belly button to find my twine. There it is. There it is. There's my loop right there, okay? And that one is really in there, so we're going to work with what we've got here, okay? So you really want to cover this. And no matter what you're using, it doesn't matter at all, and I'll tell you why it doesn't matter. These things are going to yellow. That's been my experience with anything that you use any kind of adhesive substance on. It's probably going to yellow. Come on. There we go. I didn't get that one very good, did I? I'm going to put it down. It will yellow. It always does. So I always paint mine whatever color I want. So use whatever you have. Now, if you want the twine for outside orbs to hang in your garden, from your balcony, or whatever, then maybe you don't care that they're going to yellow. But if this is going to be a snowman, I'm going to use whatever string or yarn I have, and then I will paint it. I will spray paint it. In the case of a snowman, I may glitter it. So you never know. All right, so here we go. We've got this. I'm going to make a little loop to attach to this so that when I put it in my concoction here, who can guess what this is? What do you think this is? Somebody tell me, what do you think I'm using here? What do you think it is? Good morning. Hi, you guys. Thank you. You know what, Pam? I think we're going to figure that out. And that's why you'll have to tune in next week to see what worked better. So I'm using yarn. I used the twine on the other with the Mod Podge. Starch and water. Pam. Yellow only if glue is non-archival. Nancy, I don't know. I worked in a Christmas store and all of the flocking would yellow, and they said it was because of an adhesive. So, you know, with caution, do that. It is, this is starch. This is ironing enhancer spray starch. That's what I've got here. And this is liquid. This is a non-aerosol, okay? It's liquid. And I just dumped a cup of it in here. Easy, right? Again, I'm not going to run this through. Hi, Minnie. I am not going to run this through my fingers and try and wind this around the ball. I've already got the ball, right? So I'm just going to put it in here. And it is going to soak it up. Look at this. That's all I'm doing. Oh my gosh. Isn't this much easier than trying to, oh yeah, I'll pop them. I will pop them, Jennifer. Yes. Yep, absolutely. And the tape, I'll get that off too. That'll all come apart. Yep, I didn't get the tape off of this one, but that's okay. It's a little one, okay? So I've got this covered with liquid starch. This is just ironing starch, non-aerosol. It came from Walmart, I'm sure. You made some beautiful Easter eggs, Brenda. That's awesome. Okay, so here is my loop. Now, Brenda, did you dip them in, or did you put the string in there and do it that way? There you go. There's our ball of yarn and the starch. Now I'm going to move that out of the way, okay? Now before I do the next ball, I just want to show you something that you can do. I'm going to put this back here. You guys, I have a mess back here on my counter because I'm working on clay for the kiln. I got to get that going. I have to go over here and find my, hold on, I got to go over here and find my green. There it is. Okay, here's my green. Because this is something that will work as well. Snow cone cups. Christmas tree. That's right. I have found that it yellows over time. I don't know that will happen, Nancy. It's been my experience. I prefer to paint it and seal it and know that it's not going to, but you poured the sugar mix over the yarn, wrapped the balloons until saturated. Okay. Now I'm going to take my tape again, and I am going to tie me a loop, and I'm going to tape it inside this paper cup. Now the exciting thing about this, well, there's many exciting things about it, but one of the most exciting things is this is something, this paper cup is something I'm putting into my grab boxes that I'm putting together. So if you are interested in a grab box, be sure to send me an email at prairieroads@gmail.com, and I will make sure you get on the list. Now see, that didn't work. I turned too quickly. First of all, I need to put that in there. Turn too quickly. So when you go, you've got to make sure that you are giving it angles to latch onto, okay? And I'm crisscrossing a lot on this one. I'm trying to read your comments, and I need to pay more attention to what I'm doing, don't I? It's not quite as easy as it looks. So I got a lot over there. I'm going to move over here and move it the other way. Now you'll be more careful with yours. I'm just kind of willy-nilly going at it, and I probably should be more careful. Let's see if I can get it to go around. Okay, so you can do this, okay, and you can get the same experience with this as you can with any of the other things. All right, so now you are going to have to be more careful because the shape of this cone, snow cone cup, is a little bit different. As you can see, it's kind of wanting to fall, So you're going to have to take your time with this one. But again, I will tie this off with my loop and then I will dip it in. And we're going to go ahead and try that. I've got a lot of bunches up here, but let's go ahead and try it. Now my next mixture for the yarn and for this, all right, we're going to go ahead and cut it. Come on, get out of there. Tie it to your loop. And then we're going to dip it in the next mixture. And the next mixture is kind of interesting because somebody already mentioned it. It is sugar and water. So we have used, good morning. We have used several different things here, right? We've used our spray starch, our non-aerosol starch, and we did that with, where did I put it? Right here. With our little ball right there, okay? Gonna hang these in my bathroom. All of these things are water soluble, so they're not gonna hurt any of your stuffs. All right, so this is 1 cup sugar to 1 cup water. And I heated it up so that it would melt all the sugar. And it's very syrupy, I will tell you that. Now, you want to add about a 1/2 cup or a cup more of water. Okay. And then we're going to give that a stir. And I'm going to see if we can get this little tree in there. I'm going to hang on to my loop. And all I'm going to do is turn it around. Okay, now this cotton from the Dollarish tree, it doesn't soak up as easily, I don't think. It finally did. There we go. There we go. Now this one I'm not going to hang by a loop. I've got a mess anyway. I'm going to put it right here. Okay. It really is kind of weird. All right, now. Here's the big one, right? So we're going to put this right inside of our sugar water mixture. And this is our acrylic yarn. Oh my gosh, Pam, that is such, yeah. How do you get a box? Alice, I am doing some, grab boxes on my page because if any of you have seen my studio, and a lot of you have, it is a disaster. This wants to float. It is a disaster, and I've decided to purge and put everything into a box, and I do have it narrowed down as to how we're going to do it. So if you want to tune in at noon on my page, if you can, or watch the replay, you don't have to actually see it to learn what we're doing, but I found the size of box we're going to use and we're working through it, so I will let you know how we're going to do that. Hi Patricia. With doilies, that's a great idea, Diane. My purpose of doing the Mod Podge and the non-aerosol starch, the Mod Podge, or the sugar water is I just want to see which one works best. And so we've done several projects here. I don't think I like my tree because I tried to do it too fast. If we have time, I'll redo it. I think we have some time, guys. We do. Okay, this is pretty good and soaked. So again, I'm going to put this onto my hanger. I have another hanger over here, right there. And I will hang this in my tub. If you think these are going to dry inside or outside, they're not going to dry, guys. They're really not going to dry. I can tell you right now. So know that you are going to have to put it somewhere where there is very low humidity. Okay, Pam, we're going to mention that all on my live, so you can watch the replay. I just want to let everybody know that I know some of you requested them, but we're going to have a way to actually get them. So I'm going to go all over that on my live at noon. Okay? So we do have enough time. I think I'm going to try and redo my tree. I think we'll try and redo the tree. How about that? So I'm going to put my sugar water over here. You know what? That'd be good for my hummingbirds, won't it? Come on, get over there. Get over there, buddy. The hanger doesn't want to stay. There we go. There we go. All right, so let's get another one. Okay? Let's get another one. Okay, and let's take our time in doing this time. All right? Tape, tape. Okay. Let's see if we can get this to work a little better for us. It's very similar to removing or when you're wrapping on the ball, to be sure your turns are not so sharp. When you're working on, a cone shape, you really have to make sure you're not making any quick turns. Put a balloon. Oh, that might work, yeah. Put a balloon in there so that it would kind of hold it. Okay, so I am just going to try to go up as far as I can, and then I am going to make sure that I am coming up top. See what I'm doing? I'm making sure that I am not going too much out of the direction of the shape, because it will, see, that didn't work. All right, I'm just going to try and do this and not talk. Okay, guys? I'm just going to try to do this and not talk. Is that even possible? I don't know that that's possible. Somebody on my live the other day said, "You talk too much." I was like, really? Tell me something I don't know. I've been told that since I was 2 years old. You talk too much. Not gonna change, I can tell you that. Okay, there we go. So if you just go a little slower, I think, and be sure that your string is anchored. Yeah, see, I don't know about this, you guys. Surely we can do this. I've never done it with a snow cone cup. Okay, so if you come around and come down, come around and come down, and then come around and come down. There we go. Maybe I've figured it out. Come around and come down. Oops. Okay, so that's, it's collapsing on me. Don't do that. See, they're all closing up. I think you're right. This may not, I wonder if we, you know what? Let's bulk this up. How about that? How about we just bulk this up? Now, next week, we're going to undo these and just see which one worked better than the other. Not only that, but have you ever thought you wanted to paint your tile or your kitchen counters, your Formica counters? Have you ever thought you might want to do that? That's what we're doing next week. We are going to experiment with some products and some techniques to see if you can get your counters painted or your tile. This works a lot better with a little more oomph. A little more oomph. Yeah. Yeah, it wants to be it wants to have a little more weight to its base. Now, see, now because I'm moving it all around with my fingers. There we go. So I'm doing this, and again, just kind of playing around. Okay, maybe this will work. I kind of like this. Now I wonder if I can get it to go this way and bring it down just a little bit more so that, there we go. So I'm just willy-nilly. You'd love to paint your kitchen. Oh, well, you don't. And if you're renting, you don't want to do this without permission. Yeah, I will be able to probably break this down and cut it out. From the bottom, I will cut those strings probably. Probably cut the strings on the bottom. Yep. Now I'm trying to get this bottom area to get a little more covered. I think I like this, you guys. Okay, I'm going to stop there. I'm going to stop there. Where's my loop? There it is. Try to find my loop here. Get it out. There it is. Okay. And there. And then we're going to go here. I have to hit my lap, you guys, too. And then I'm going to tie this in a knot, and I'm probably going to wrap a few underneath of it. Yeah, so it's just a matter of taking your time because of the cone shape. And if it were bigger, it might even be easier. I don't know. But this, I'm actually going to, I think I can use these again. Because when I cut this, when I take this off, I will probably cut here and pull these cups out. We'll see next week if we're able to reuse it. That would be fun, wouldn't it? If we could reuse these cups, it might even make them sturdier. Okay, come on. Get in there, get in there, get in there. There we go. There we go. All right, so let's put it into our sugar. You know what? We did that one with the sugar water. We did this one with the sugar water. What should we do with this? How about we use the starch? How about we use the starch for this one? Let me put this out of the way. There. Okay. We'll use this for the starch. How about that? There you go. And then let's just see what happens, right? We have lost nothing by testing our pens, correct? All right, so let's just recap so that we know what we're doing. This, of course, is our starch, non-aerosol liquid starch, okay? And we've wrapped it around a ball. You could use a balloon. Make sure you save a loop and then roll it around in there. No reason to be trying to put the string around it. We did, one of these was, this was sugar. This was starch. Okay, then this one was our Mod Podge. So it's getting a little sticky. So you know that it's working. I'm going to go ahead and turn it again. Why not, right? So this is our Mod Podge and water mixture. Cool. That is very cool. Okay. That's our Mod Podge and water mixture. And then this is our sugar water. I got my hanger going crazy. This is our sugar water, okay? So it is soaked up really good. And we're going to make sure that everything is ready to go and hang in the shower. And dried very well. Come next week at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time on Wednesday. You could use white glue and water, Dixie. Yes. Yeah. I would put probably... I used Mod Podge, which is a little thicker than glue. So I don't know if I would do it 1-to-1. This is pretty milky. As you can see, it kind of sticks to the side of the bowl when I pull it up. So it's pretty milky. So I would mix it with at least half water and see how it comes out. Yeah, I will label them. Good idea. I will label them. Yes. Hello, Gloria. It'll also depend on the medium used to see how it reacts to the different starching agents. Yeah, you're right, Melanie, and that's why we are doing this. Black wallpaper. Oh, Patricia, you poor thing. And that's why we're doing this, because we are going to see what kind of effect that we get with the different, because we used yarn, we used butcher string, we used twine, and we used cotton yarn. So let's see, we've got 4 different mediums here and 3 different glues, so to speak. Much easier than trying to run your string through your glue medium. So if you this is a lot easier to clean up, right? So I'm going to take the, pardon me, I'm going to take these into the house, hang them in the shower so they can drip. And then we'll see next week what they look like. And if you've thought about painting your tile or your countertops, you want to be sure and join next week, because we're going to pin test it. So I will see you guys at noon if you're a regular follower, or you made one with Elmer's glue, jute, and a balloon, and cut the center out. See that? Yeah, you could do lots of things. Yes, you could do that too, Diane. You absolutely could. If you want a Mod Podge, this is another way to do it. You know, just kind of stick it on the edge and put it, you know, you don't have to get, I mean, it does get messy. It does get messy, but this is a much easier way to do it. And we'll see which way was the best way come next week. Well, let's see what happens, Lisa. Tune in next week, you guys, and we'll see how it comes out. And if you are a regular roadie or not, please come and join me at noon when I do my regular show. Today's crochet day, and we'll see what we can come up with. So thank you so much for joining me, everybody. I know it's so exciting, Kathleen. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate all of you so much, and I will see you later. Enjoy your incredible Wednesday. Bye.